Josh Gad addresses the gay controversy in Beauty and the Beast. I'm Sasha Perlraver, and this is Screen Junkies News. Last week, we learned that Josh Gad's character, Lefou, in the upcoming Beauty and the Beast, would be the first openly gay character from Disney. Yay! However, this has now sparked a pretty big controversy and backlash. Boo. With one theater in Alabama canceling all of its screenings and the film getting an adult-restricted rating in Russia. However, Josh Gad, the actor who plays Lefou, had a few words of his own. And here with me to discuss them is Dan Murrell. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Let's start with what this controversy is actually about. Dan?
Well, you know, Lefou is Gaston's best friend. Now,
Sure.
People have been saying this guy had a crush on Gaston since 1991, when the cartoon came out. I mean, that's his character. Like, he's Gaston's, like, second guy, but he's obviously in love with the guy.
Sure.
I mean, so it's I don't understand why people are like, what?
But it's not that big of a deal. And
No.
who cares? Gaston is an attractive man. But in the movie...
That's his whole identity.
Yeah.
Is being an attractive dude.
Look at that. But in the film, what we see is there is a dance scene, and for 4 seconds, in a room filled with heterosexual couples swirling around, Lefou is by himself, and suddenly an attractive man comes up and sweeps him up, and they dance off, and Lefou smiles. And that is the big gay moment.
That's the controversy.
That's the controversy.
Yeah.
You have director Bill Condon, who himself is a homosexual man, who actually had some words on this, which I thought were pretty interesting. He said, quote, "I talked before about how we translate this into live action. That means building out the characters. It's also a translation to 2017. And what is this movie about? What has the story always been about for 300 years? It's about looking closer, going deeper, accepting people for who they really are. If Lefou wants to be gay and love Gaston, what is the problem with that?"
It's ironic. It's ironic because this movie at its heart, the story of Beauty and the Beast, but particularly with Gaston, is about fear of the other.
Yes.
Is about this idea of there's this thing that I don't understand and I don't like, or I don't even know if I like, but we're gonna go get him.
Yeah.
And that's the entire third act of the movie. And you know, there's a reason that this is a fairy tale, and the reason that so many stories are predicated on this idea of the fear of the other, the unknown, this thing that I don't like. So it's funny to me that so many people, and I want to say, like, this is, in the internet age, it seems like everything does this. This is not, you know, AMC didn't cancel its screenings.
Right.
There was a theater in Alabama that canceled, and then Russia, shocker, has a problem with gay people. But I feel like as society evolves and we become more accepting and we learn more about all kinds of people, there are always going to be people that still predicate on this fear of the other and this fear of, I don't get this, I don't understand it, I don't relate to it, so it must be bad. Mm-hmm. And it's an unfortunate part of society. The only good thing is that over time, I think it goes away. You see less and less of it. It never goes away completely, but you see less and less of it.
Well, and usually the way that you can introduce people is through art, through culture, through movies or books. And actually what you're saying is not dissimilar to what Josh Gad himself had to say. He said, quote, "You have a character in Gaston who uses his charm offensive to whip other people into a frenzy to go and attack somebody they've never met, somebody that's different, somebody that only represents a danger because Gaston says he represents a danger," which is very much what Russia and what this theater in Alabama are doing. There is no danger in seeing somebody be happy. And that's all that's happening. Lefou is finally, I'm stoked that he's finally getting some loving because he's just been sitting there in the friend zone. Well, that happens to be one of the creepiest pictures ever. So I feel like perhaps not the best photo to include.
But
like, that's not something you swipe right on Tinder. But he's been friend zoned by Gaston forever.
Forever.
Good for him for finally finding somebody who sees him for him.
And by the way, this is no shocker that there's gay under themes in Disney movies. People have been saying this about Ursula for years.
Oh, yeah.
They've been saying this about Lefou for years. Like, there are people in this world, and it's sad, that for their natural lives are going to have a problem that gay people exist. Because they don't get it and they don't understand it. And that's what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
And it's really sad. And it's really, the only thing you can do is, I think, to just stand up to it.
Sure.
You stand up to it. You call it out for what it is, which is prejudice.
Lame
it's
and
bigotry.
prejudice. Yeah.
And you do the best you can to make society better.
Oh, Dan.
That's all you can do. That's really all you can do.
Dan so much. And P.S. Anybody who doesn't think that Cogsworth and Lumiere were having a something, you're crazy. But I am so grateful for what you just said. Dan Murrell is the man, and we want to know what you guys think. Is this controversy ridiculous? Do we still need to be worried about this? Are you looking forward to the film? 'Cause I am. Let us know in the comments below. Tweet us at SG News. Thanks, of course, for watching. You can always click here for more internets. Make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you soon.